Hello, all you coin collectors out there, and welcome to the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we're going to take a look at some 1980 dimes, and we can see them here left to right. We see the 1980 S, the 1980 P, and the 1980 D. And you already have probably noticed that 1980 S is a very strange character for an S or a proof coin, and we'll take a look at that as we go along. And we'll also take a look at the 1980D, but let's start with the 1980P. And as many of you already know, 1980 is the first year that Philadelphia, for a while, had put a P on their coins. And so the 1980P, the P is right above the zero. This is a Franklin or Roosevelt dime, Liberty in front of his head, In God We Trust under his chin, and then down here under his neck, we see a J and an S, and that's for John Sinnock, Sinnock, who was the engraver of both the front and the back of this coin. In 1980, Philadelphia put out 735 million of these. So this is not a rare coin, and it probably never will be a rare coin. If we look up here, we see it's a copper, nickel-clad copper, and you can see the copper coming through on the side. And then on the back, we see the torch, we see the oak, we see the olive, we see it says E pluribus unum across the center. United States of America, one dime, going around the top and then at the bottom. And as you collectors know, there's nowhere on here that it says it's worth 10 cents or 1/10 of a US dollar. The next one we'll look at is going to be the 1980D. And the 1980D coin, same coin, front and back, with the exception of the D right here. And the D again right over the top of the zero. The 1980D, they made 719 million. So between the P and the D, they made 1.45 billion of these. So neither one of these coins will ever be very valuable. Now, what many collectors do is they buy the proof coin. And this is one of the weirder proof coins that I've ever seen. And it is a 1980S, but it just doesn't it has like a funny little coating on it. And it looks to me almost like the coating they put on before they buff it down. And I don't know if that's the case or not. One thing I should tell you is when we bought it, we got it in this plasticized envelope like this. And so I don't know if this envelope did it to it or it came out like this kind of on its own. But if you look at it, you can see that it has a little shine in the background like underneath, and I bet if you polished it, you could get it to shine all the way around, with the exception of here, which shouldn't be too shiny anyway. If we want to look at a coin how it should look something like this. This is a 1970S, and see how it has the colors and the shine in it. And this head is actually a little bit different shine or buff than the surrounding here. And this one, we tip it up, and you can tip it all you want. You can see a little tiny bit in back of there of the shine, but not much. So I'm not sure what happened to this coin. We're trying to decide whether we're just going to shine it up on our own. If there's any collectors out there who can tell me what this kind of coating is on here, I'd love to know. You see it's on the front and the back, and you can see the shine coming through. And I guess what we're guessing or wondering is it just one that didn't get polished all the way at the mint? So this coin should be worth about $1.20 or $1.30 US. Right now we don't know what it's worth, and it's certainly quite different looking than the regular proof coins, but it is still probably, even in this condition, worth more than the the D, and the P. So there we have it, the US 1980 D, S, and P. And I should add that they made 3.5 million of the S coins. So there's plenty of these out there. That's why they're only worth $1 to $1.50. But I've never seen one like this with this kind of coating on it. And it's clear to me, looking at it, that if we just buffed this off, that we'd get a shiny coin just like the regular proof coins. but I haven't buffed it off because I don't know what this coating is, and I'd love for a US collector to say, hey, I think this is what's going on there. All right. Oh, and I should also note that in 1980, this S coin was not a silver coin. It's still a copper nickel clad copper. It wasn't until 1992 that they started putting out the silver S mint coin. So this is not a silver coin. It's a copper nickel clad copper. We tip it up, we can see that. But even the edge is kind of dull, and I've never seen this bad this dull a proof coin before. It doesn't have the wear marks on it, so it hasn't been in general circulation. It just has this kind of coating on it. All right, that's all we have today from the DC Coin World International coin channel. We'd love to have some advice on what this coin is, and if you have any comments, please leave them in a comment section. And we'd also love to have you subscribe to our DC Coin World International coin channel.